Priceless moment from yesterday's hearing on censorship industrial complex, folks. Senator John Kennedy took radical Democrat professor Dr. Mary Ann Frank to task for her revealing social media posts. Watch.
The majority of Americans hate women. The majority of Americans hate women more than they love anything, including democracy. Close quote. Did I read that correctly?
I am not sure what this has to do with the subject matter of this.
Did you say it?
I do not have those words in front of me. I probably said something along those lines, but what is the relevance of that to this hearing?
Big as Dallas, right there.
Yes.
But your political beliefs don't impact your feelings about President Biden or President Trump.
I don't have feelings about either of them. What I have is
to me like you have your favorite feeling is anger.
Big as Dallas. For more on this, let's welcome in Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana. Sir, it's great to have you. I have a lot to talk with you in a very short period of time, so let's get right to it. These people colluded to try to steal, in my opinion, our First Amendment rights. I think it's just common sense that there ought to be some sort of consequence for such an egregious abridging of our rights, don't you?
Yes, and we had a hearing yesterday. The Democrats invited this professor from George Washington University. She testified as an expert. She said that President Biden did not try to influence people's opinions through social media. She said Trump was guilty. And I asked if it could be possible that her political beliefs were interfering with her judgment, and she said no. So I just read some of her tweets. She's clearly a member of the loon wing of the Democratic Party, and she thinks she's smarter and more virtuous than the American people. And I thought that bringing that point out would demonstrate her absence of credibility, and I think it did. I mean, no offense, she's very smart. Yeah, well, no offense to the professor. She's entitled to her opinion. But, you know, what did Mama Gump say? Stupid is as stupid does. I just don't agree with her point of view.
Well, sir, President Trump calling out PBS and NPR for their waste of and abuse of taxpayer dollars. Watch this.
I would love to do that. I think it's very unfair. It's been very biased with the whole group. I mean, the whole group of them. And frankly, there's plenty of, look at all the media you have right now. There's plenty of coverage. I was from a different age, and they spend more money than any other network of its type ever conceived. So the kind of money that's being wasted, and it's a very biased view.
Senator, you too have been talking about the inappropriate taxpayer funding of these left-wing media organizations, and it was tackled today in the House as well. If a conservative like me can't get taxpayer money, it isn't really fair that leftist media can. Doesn't this left-wing propaganda subsidy finally need to end?
Well, I don't want taxpayer money to subsidize any form of media, left wing, right wing, up wing, down wing, any of them. We spend half a $1 trillion a year, or $500 million a year, giving money to public TV and public radio. Why? I mean, why are we subsidizing them but not other forms of media? That's point one. Point two. You know, we all know what public radio and public TV is like today. They're very diverse. They run from slightly communist to very communist. Now, they're entitled to their point of view, but why does government, why do taxpayers have to pay for it? And I would say the same thing if they weren't communist, if they were to the right. I just don't think government has the money to waste anymore. We never did, but it's been going on for a long time. We couldn't stop it under President Biden, but we're going to stop it under President Trump.
You know, folks, I thank God for my wonderful wife, my kids, my country, the greatest nation ever. And Americans like you who believe in the truth, the Chris Salcedo Show will never stop fighting for you.
The Chris Salcedo Show, for the news you need to know.